What's up, guys? It's your boy Jabberboy188 here, and before I start the F1 2013 Japanese Grand Prix race review, I've got a sad thing to tell you guys. Maria Villota, sorry if I mispronounce it, has died last Friday from the injuries on her eye that she faced at the I think at like a airfield last year whilst driving the Marussia on a speed test. Really sad to hear, you know, from the eyes of the world, you know, from a motorsport point of view, from everyone, to be honest, because she was a really amazing girl in terms of, you know, she would always, you know, she was such, you know, I didn't know much about, I don't know really, to be honest, much about her, but now, because of the accident, the death and the accident, I really know a bit more about her, and she's such an inspiring woman in terms of, she would really inspire women to do motorsports, and honestly, you know, now because of the death, I feel like there are going to be more women because of this really going on to do motorsport because of her inspiring, you know, things that she done. So honestly, I'm really going to miss her. She's been a true nice sort of girl in the Formula 1 community, and I will miss her. So, Maria della Villota, rest in peace. So, moving on to the Formula 1 Japanese Grand Prix, and so into qualifying in Q1, Jean-Eric Vergne, in the end, there in the almost the end of the session, Jean-Eric Vergne burnt his brakes, and that enabled him to stop the car, and that brought out the red flag because smoke was pouring out of the car because of the fire on his brakes, and that brought out a load of smoke on the racing line, and that made it quite difficult for the Formula 1 cars to see when going into it. Because if there was an accident and a car was going straight through, they wouldn't know what to do when they arrived at the accident, rather than just, you know, avoid it. They would have to crash into it. So yeah, I mean, the smoke was an absolute safety issue right there. So I'm glad that the FIA just put a red flag on that. So yeah. So moving on, after that, the green light came on, and there was like 3 minutes left. A lot of cars trying to get that laps in, trying to get themselves out of Q1, and the big loss was almost Felipe Massa, as he managed to set a time which put him in second place. But Adrian Tittle and Esteban Gutierrez was out of Q1. But after that, Adrian Tittle was handed a 5-place grid penalty. I think it was third reprimand. I'm not quite sure. I think loads of people were getting like reprimands and like third or second, whatever. So I'm guessing it's got to be the reprimand. So yeah, folks. Also, Charles Pic was handed a drive-through penalty for his third reprimand in this year, and he had to take it in the first 5 laps. Real bummer for him there, but what can you do? So into Q3, final session. Q2, nothing much really happened. So into Q3. Now everyone pushing as hard as they can to get on pole. Vettel having a little KERS issue. That was the reason why he was way off Webber's time. But on his last attempt, He got his cars back running, but he wasn't able to beat Mark Webber, who got pole position. What a lap by Mark Webber. You know, I was massively surprised. I think the whole of the Formula 1 community was surprised that he got pole, because, remember, he hasn't gotten pole since... I'm trying to think, he hasn't gotten pole... I'm not too sure. Oh, yeah, he hasn't gotten pole since Monaco, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, sorry. I think, yeah, Monaco. So yeah, that's a really long time. Monaco. Wow, I mean, just ages away. I mean, so, yeah, folks, I mean, just hasn't had, you know, results that he would like to have on his final year. And what a way, you know, to finally end Suzuka by, you know, getting a pole position. I think that would be something he would highlight on his final year in Formula 1. And I was surprised, you know, they got pole, because, you know, this is a track that his teammate Sebastian Vettel has enjoyed, because he has won 3 out of the 4 Japanese Grand Prix. So it was quite weird that he was in second, but only time will tell. But the race was still there, and Vettel could win it. So into the race, Webber got an okay start. Vettel got a poor start off the line. They were side by side, but Romain Grosjean leaping out of nowhere to take the lead of the race. Hamilton going around the middle of both the Red Bulls. He got tagged by Vettel, and that gave him a puncher. Bummer for him there. And then after that, but then during that moment, the catering with Guido van der Garde and the Marussia of Jules Bianchi, I think they connected and took each other out on the first corner. Bummer for them as well. No safety car was out for that. Sorry. And then later on, during the race, Hamilton retired from the race from a broken floor because of his tyre. So, moving on into the first pit stops, the usual thing. Not much really happened. Oh, yeah, something really big happened. Nico Rosberg was handed a drive-through penalty for causing a unsafe release, because when he was released, he was side by side with Sergio Perez as he was trying to get into his pit box. So because of that, he got a drive-through penalty. Just slam dunk, because honestly, it's just unsafe, because they could have been collected, and you know, they should. I think the crew should have been more aware of their surroundings, because, you know, this is a pit lane. This is not something where you're going to come out and you're going to be fine. No, this is a pit lane. So there's going to be loads of cars coming into the pit box or coming out at almost the same time as you, or even the same time as you. So you've got to be really aware of your surroundings. But I think it was just a mistake by them. So yeah, folks, hopefully they won't do any more of those later on during the season. So moving on, after the pit stops, nothing much really happened at the front. But then into the second stop, that's when the everything started, as Romain Grosjean pitted to change onto a new set of hard tyres to take him to the end of the race. But Vettel was almost close to getting that 22-second or above time that he needed to get out and come in and get out ahead of Romain Grosjean. But thankfully, the Frenchman did some amazing laps and kept up with the pace of the Red Bulls, and and kept up with the Red Bull so well that by the time that Vettel pitted, Romain Grosjean managed to lead the race. But Sebastian Vettel was on a new set of hard tyres and was going like crazy behind Romain Grosjean. But sadly for Romain Grosjean fans, Vettel didn't stick behind Grosjean for the end of the race. No, Vettel got past Grosjean, and Vettel took the lead almost because Webber was on a 3-stop. And remember, on that last stint, you'll have fresher tyres. He'll have fresher tyres than Grosjean or Vettel. So when Webber pitted, he got onto a new set of medium tyres and was chasing. He was pushing as hard as he can to try and pass Vettel. First up, it was Grosjean for him to pass, though, just before he would go on to chase down Vettel. But the problem was he did not have enough momentum or distance to pass Grosjean. And the laps were starting to tick down, and his chances of a win was slimming. And then, in the end, like with 2 laps remaining, Webber went for the move down into turn 1 and made it stick, and was up into second place, which make it a Red Bull 1-2. And in the end, Sebastian Vettel wins the Japanese Grand Prix for Red Bull. Second was Mark Webber. Third was Romain Grosjean. Fourth was Fernando Alonso. Fifth was Kimi Räikkönen. And sixth was Nico Hülkenberg. I think so. I'm not quite sure, but correct me if I'm wrong about the Nico Hülkenberg thing. I only remembered the top 5 in that. Usually in races, I can usually remember like top 5, top 4. So yeah, apologies for that. So folks, thank you very much for watching. It's your boy Jabberboy. I'm out.